I stopped by the local auction house last Wednesday and picked up this lot of two things here. A big old General Electric boombox, probably from the early 80s. And this was part of the two lot. I didn't really want it, but I ended up liking this more. This is a old, probably late 1940s Rexall X-500 fan from Rexall Drugs. And I knew nothing about fans. I had no interest in fans. But a little research, I found out there's like a whole subculture of groups that like fans and collect them and know all about them. I found out there's even like a big worldwide fan museum not too far from where I live here in Indianapolis. So maybe I'll go up there sometime. But this was a very cheaply made fan originally. Probably by a company called Bersted, which took good fans and figured out how to make them cheaper and then sold them real cheaply in drugstores. And I think this fan was originally probably designed by a company called Manning-Bowman, from what I found out, which had a three-way switch up here. And it looks like they just took the three-way off and made it a single on and off switch to save money. Well, I suppose that could have been rewired somewhere over time. But the fan was in real good condition. Not quite this good. I've polished it up and everything, but it was actually real nice to start with. I took the grills off and cleaned it out. There's actually a little spot back there that says oil, but I couldn't figure out how to get those little grommets off, or whatever those are, and I didn't want to break it. So maybe someone can tell me what tool I need to use to get those off. But it was kind of an interesting thing. Pretty nice looking. It cleaned up real nice. I really don't have any interest in fans, but I can see why some people would like that. This seems to be about 10 inches wide here. I don't know how you measure fans. Is this a 10-inch fan or a 12-inch fan based on the cabinet size? I'm not really sure. It rattles a little bit when you turn it on. So boy, it's blowing out cold air like you wouldn't believe. This thing is really proficient, which, as we're expected to hit 103 degrees here today, this would not be a bad day to have this going. Although I really don't want to run it too much until I clarify the oil situation. But that's it. That's a Rexall X-500 fan from probably the late 40s, sold by Rexall Drugstores. Let's see how fast it takes to die down. I don't know if that's a good speed or a bad speed, but I noticed looking at some of these fan websites, they really get interested in these intricacies about fan blade dimensions and design and spin down times. But as someone who likes old cameras, I can understand their interest in things like that, although I don't share it. But I don't know if I'll keep this. Maybe I'll sell it. But so that was my auction find. The big old boombox, the radio worked, but the cassette didn't. So that's unfortunate. Maybe I'll try and work on it. So, hope you enjoyed this old fan. Thanks for watching. Bye. There's an oil spot here, but I'm not sure how to get those little grommets off. I don't know what kind of tool I would need for that. Seems fairly clean in there. And a little simple wiring harness that Bersted probably used in all their cheap stuff. This was probably a Manning-Bowman at one time. or is taken from a Manning-Bowman design. Very simple.